Hello fellow artists and welcome back to another video. It's that time again where Inktober is approaching and my autumn favourite season, which is autumn or fall for you Americans out there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you some tips and tricks on how to complete Inktober this year. So before we get started, I was just going to show you a little bit of stuff, what I've done for the past 3 years. I've been doing it since 2017, but I can't find those sketchbooks anywhere, so I thought I'd start with these. So this one is a sketch wallet. I think it's a limited edition sketch wallet, and I love these. They're really great for like on the go and everything, and it's also a wallet, but I'm not going to go into that review because we're here for Inktober. So in this book I did Scrolltober 2022, which was Scrawlerbox's first ever Inktober themed list. They did their own, so I'll just flick through a few there. And yeah, it was so much fun. If you want to see the full tour of this, it is on my channel. And I've been doing this for a long time, and I have a few tips and tricks on what I usually like to do. And the first one is to think about your supplies. So I'm going to show you a bunch of supplies that I have. Alright, so the supplies that I often use and have been using for the past 2 years are the Viviva colour sheets. Viviva Colours have done a collaboration with Inktober for the past 3 years. I think they started it in 2020 lockdown, so these are what I use for the colouring sort of thing, because you can use colour in Inktober. And I also use the Tombow brush pen, which is one of my favourites. There's hard and the soft pen. Also use fine liners like Copic multi-liners. And this year I'll probably be using brush pens from, I got these from Temu, I'm not really sure what brand they are. So yeah, that's what I use for supplies. The next one, whoops, still zoomed in. The next one would probably be sketchbooks. Now you need to find a sketchbook that works for your supplies. So you kind of want something that's going to take whatever you're using. So for my instance, I need to take something that can take watercolour and the ink pens or alcohol markers, depending on what you want to use. So last year I used Viviva Colours and my Kuretake watercolours, and obviously the ink brush pens and things like that. The full tour of this is on my YouTube channel as well, just Inktober 2022, but I will flip through a little bit and show you. Now I actually did use washi tape, but it was kind of not the best idea. It sort of tear up the paper right there, but I found perfect tape that will not like rip up the page. And this last year I used this cotton sketchbook, and there's lots of different brands that I used, and I absolutely loved last year. I used my own prompt list because I wasn't a fan of the Inktober one, and it was a game, Cult of the Lamb, and used all those words to complete it. So yeah, I think you should definitely have a think into which sketchbook you're going to use, how big it is. 2021 was obviously the Inktober special edition, and they will probably come out with something like this next year, which I think I'm going to buy because I want to keep the Inktober sketchbook so I know which ones I've drawn Inktober in. But yeah, I think this one was the, I'm trying to think now what the paper was, but this worked really well for ink because I didn't colour, I just used plain ink and coloured some in with like graphite and things like that. So yeah, you've got to think about what sketchbooks you are going to be using. The next trick is plan in advance. So for this I recommend getting maybe a separate sketchbook, or you know, a notebook or something, and thumbnail each word. So I was trying to do it for the official list, but nothing was kind of working for me. So I started making my own list and started testing some thumbnails out. As you can see, I actually did use a lot of these that I actually did draw. And I was testing the supplies and how well they would work with each other. And yeah, I just kept going. And it really helped me to complete the challenge. So yeah, make sure to plan in advance. You can also use references. So my favourite place to get references is Pinterest. You can use Google Images as well, but Pinterest is definitely one of my favourite things for reference. You'll see a lot of Hollow Knight on there because I've been drawing a lot of Hollow Knight recently. So yeah, I actually think if you type in Inktober, some things might come up, yeah. But obviously I recommend do not copy other people at all. You can take inspiration, but don't copy. And like sometimes it'll come up with people's lists, so if you're unsure you can just use other people's lists. It doesn't have to be from this year, it can be from last year as well. Yeah, that's it for the plan in advance. The next thing is timing. What I mean by this is to set a specific time to sit down and draw the piece. You can do, well, we get the prompt list on the 25th for mailing, which is tomorrow for me from recording this, but it will have been yesterday if this goes on Saturday, so I think this will be a Saturday video. The official list comes out on the 1st of September, which gives you a whole month to plan out. And what I used to do is sketch out beforehand, and then when it came to the day I would just paint, and I for me would do it in the morning. But what I do have to say is if you don't have any time whatsoever, you can just do it when you do have free time, you know. I wouldn't worry too much about missing a day either. You can always catch up, and you don't have to complete it like on the last day. You can just catch up and finish it whenever you like to finish it. Don't worry about it. I do actually have a video on how you can catch up. Just type in EmilyArts Inktober catch up, and I gave some advice on there as well. And the most important thing to remember is to have fun. You know, don't stress about it. Don't think, oh no, you know. Some people can like stress. I know that because I do it myself. So yeah, I'm not sure if I'm doing Inktober this year. I haven't decided yet. I might do, but I'm not sure. I might just do the Scrolltober list instead, because I did have a lot of fun with that list. Just depends what the Inktober list is like. And yeah, I hope these tips and tricks helped you, and good luck with your Inktober. Leave in the comments down below, are you taking part? Have you got a specific list you want to do? And yeah, alright. That's it for this video. Thanks so much for watching. If you did enjoy it, please leave a like, comment down below what you think, share with your friends, and subscribe for more. Okay, see you next time.